I wanted to create something unique in my media products. So first of all, I'm going to talk about how it challenges forms and conventions of real media products. The first thing to talk about is character. My main character, Jake, he's portrayed as vulnerable and as a victim throughout my opening scene of Delirium, and the whole idea of the title, like Delirious, that's what I wanted to get across, is that he is the victim. And I think this challenges the stereotype of many main male characters in horrors because they always seem to turn into a hero in the end. And examples of this Disturbia and Fright Night, initially they'll show qualities like Jake, the vulnerability, the scared, how scared they are, and but eventually they'll just have some groundbreaking moment that just sees them become the hero and they save everyone's life, save the day. But I thought that that was quite generic because you see it in a lot of horror films. So I just wanted to do something different and portray my main character as the victim. In terms of the plot line, the character of Lizzie is a form of Jake's imagination, and everything she does, he actually does. Like, for when she picks up the pound coin, it's actually Jake picking up the pound coin without realising. And you don't see this in horror films, but you do see this in Fight Club, which is a thriller, where the main character is an insomniac and he creates an imaginary friend who does things. He creates the Fight Club, and then you find out in the end that it's actually the main character who's done all these things. So I wanted to readjust that plot line and just reinvent it really and make it into a horror plot line. In terms of how my media product develops forms and conventions of real media products, is I think the character of Lizzie is quite a stereotype of a horror. She's like the creepy girl, and although she is a teenager, she's supposed to be a teenager, she's comparable to the twins out of The Shining in terms of her bland facial expression and her bland voice tone and just her creepiness, really. And the reason I included this stereotype is because I like it. To be honest, I think it just really creeps out the viewer, and it's something that I wanted to reinforce into my product. Um, Lastly, it's the running. Like, first of all, you see Jake running away from something that you don't. Effectively, he's running away from himself, but nevertheless, he's running away from something, and that is that is a common stereotype of a horror film. You always see the main character running away at some point in the film, and I just thought that it was necessary to reinforce this in my film.